Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Adam Natalya World. Now get your hands on me, booty.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Adam Natalya World. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like, comment below, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Alright, so we're going to talk about Hell in a Cell and what happened, my thoughts on it, how I thought of it as a pay-per-view as a whole, and you just comment below and let me know what you think. So we're going to get into the first match. First match was Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable versus the Hype Bros. Nothing too fancy here. They didn't even split up the Hype Bros at the end, so whatever. Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable won, and that's it. Match number 2. This was the first match of the actual pay-per-view Hell in a Cell. This was for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Ooh. New Days were the champ. They fought against the Usos. This was, in my opinion, probably match of the night. If not, the main event was the match of the night. New Day got beat up by a heck of a lot. I guarantee you they're feeling it right now. The part where Xavier Woods was kind of handcuffed on top of the thing and they were smacking him with the kendo sticks, that seemed painful. They kept hitting him with the kendo sticks all the time. Slamming people against the cage. They used the cage for their advantage. I said, New Day put up a heck of a fight. Kobe was on the outside. He couldn't fight, of course, so it made it more fair, 2-on-2. In the Usos Penitentiary match, or the New Day Apocalypse, as Big E called it. Yeah, listen, it was a very good match. I said probably match of the night. Listen, but wow, that hurt a lot. Like I said, just seeing everything that they got beat up on. If you look on Xavier Woods' Instagram, you can see he rotates. You can see the lashes and everything from the kendo sticks. Ouch. Like I said, it was a good match though. But Usos retain, and they're your 5-time tag team champion. But the Usos will get it back, and then they'll be your 5-time tag team champion. And I have 5 tag team championship belts, so I can relate. Match number 3. This was Randy Orton versus Rusev Machka. Once again, it stinks to be Rusev. This poor guy. I mean, granted, he does have Lana as a wife, so at the end, he still wins. But when it comes to his WWE career, he was U.S. champion at one point in time right there. He was on top of the world. Then comes Super Cena. Straight to the bottom. Can't even beat Randy Orton. At the very end, it was pretty cool because Rusev kind of reversed Randy Orton and got him an accolade. But then, of course, Rusev went underneath Randy Orton slid under Rusev's legs and RKO out of nowhere. Pins him 1, 2, 3. Rusev loses. I would not be surprised if that's Rusev's last match, and if it's not his last match, it's probably really close to being one of his last matches. I said he's just a jobber, man. He was a big, huge guy. I guess it's because he cut his hair. They didn't ask for permission. He kind of messed up the products and all that kind of stuff. But man, Rusev, I said he was on top of the world at one point in time. Now he's just jobbing to everybody. So good for Randy Orton, bad for Rusev. All right, match number 4. This was for the United States Championship. So at the beginning of the show, or right before the show, the 10 guy, Ty Dillinger, goes up to Daniel Bryan and says, "Hey, I beat Baron Corbin on SmackDown Live. Why can't I be in there?" And Daniel Bryan's like, "You got a good idea. All right, you're in there." So now it's a triple threat. I originally had AJ Styles to win, but as soon as, and I'm sure they were going to do that, but as soon as you throw in a third guy, it makes it where like, well, AJ Styles could technically lose, but did not look bad, and that's exactly what they did. Baron Corbin fought a little bit. Ty did his thing. AJ was phenomenal. And then at the very end, AJ Styles hits Ty Dillinger with a phenomenal forearm. Then Baron Corbin comes in, kicks AJ Styles out. It looked like AJ Styles might have hurt something on the outside of the ring because he just kind of flopped out like a dead fish. Baron Corbin grabs Ty Dillinger, pins him 1, 2, 3, and your new United States champion, Baron Corbin. Whatever. It is what it is. It's only the United States Championship. You should see what they're doing with the WWE title. That's ridiculous. All right, so we got match number 5. This is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. You got Natalya's champ going against Charlotte. Natalya has the champ's advantage, I guess, champion's advantage. They go back and forth, and they said nothing too fancy. The worst part was when Charlotte Flair did that moonsault backflip off the top onto the ground to land on Natalya. This hurts me every time I see her do that, or anybody try anything to do that, especially her, because she always flips and lands on her feet. And one of these days, she's going to flip, put too much weight on one leg, and it's just going to be just a little wing. It's going to snap. And then there goes Charlotte Flair. She's going to have a snap leg, and it's going to be over. You're too good. You got all these tools in your thing. Don't put that one in. It doesn't even look like you even hit her. All it is, you backflip onto your feet, and you kind of, you throw your left arm back and hit Natalya. You don't need that move anymore. Get it out, okay? Then at the end, of course, Natalya comes in, hits her with a chair because she is the champion and disqualified, and still your SmackDown Women's Champion, Natalya. It was an okay match. They're definitely gonna have to have a rematch because she cheated, and then we're just gonna drag this on, so on and on. Match number 6. This was for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Jinder Mahal, champion, versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I could care less, like I said, about this rivalry. Listen, I'm glad that Jinder Mahal is champion because you would never believe that he'd be champion. But the way they're using him, it's just like when they had Seth Rollins as champion and had him have the JJ security, except now everyone's darker. This is the version. This is Seth Rollins and the Authority, but darker version because you got Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers. And the Singh brothers were interrupting the entire time. The ref finally is like, all right, you're out of here. And everyone's like, yay! And then, of course, Jinder tries to leave. Then Shinsuke gets in, pulls him back in. He gets kicked. Reversal. And then, boom, Colossus or whatever the thing's called. And still, your WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And I realize they're doing this because they're going into India. But come on, man. This storyline stinks. Listen, I hate seeing Jinder Mahal get up there and you whatever, blah, blah, blah. He looks like constipation. Like, what are you trying to insult comic dog? For me to poop on. It is what it is, though. Listen, it's only the most prestigious title in wrestling, and they're just doing this crap with it. But that's enough about that. Let's talk about match number 7. This was, Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Bobby Roode comes out to his glorious. And then Dolph Ziggler starts to come out to his music and then cuts it out. And he just walks out, which was kind of cool because he talks about how all these people have gimmicks and he doesn't have music anymore. So he comes out. They wrestle for a little bit. Like I said, Dolph's a great wrestler. Bobby Roode's a decent wrestler. Go back and forth. And then Dolph rolls him up and he gets his shorts. He's going to pin him that way and cheat. But then Bobby Roode rolls him over and grabs his shorts, pins him 1, 2, 3. I would just hate to win like that, to be like, hey, how'd you win? I reached into a guy's underwear and pulled his pants down. What? You did what? Yeah, you should just not say that ever again, okay? Just say you won by a pin, okay? You rolled him up. Don't say you stuck your hand in dude's underwear and you pinned him. All right. And so, like I said, Bobby Roode wins. Also with Dolph, like I said, I would not be surprised if he goes on the same Rusev trip and just leaves WWE. It could be good for him. He could go off and do the stand-up comedy thing for a little bit, try to be in movies, and then maybe come back in a couple of years and people are like, oh, it's Dolph Ziggler. And then he might have a real chance because at this point, he's just like Rusev. He's not going to the top anytime soon. But we shall see. We shall see. All right, this is the main event, match number 8. It was the second Hell in a Cell. It was Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, of course, being anti-authority and thinks he gets screwed over a lot. And Shane's like, hey, man, just doing my job. Kevin Owens, I said he did that, what is it called? Shane McMahon was in the corner. He was on the table. Kevin Owens runs, tries to do a cannonball flip. Shane moves. Then he gets stuck right there, and he's hitting him with the table. And hit each other chairs. They're beating each other up. It was a decent match. Then Shane wanted to get out, and the guy's like, no, you can't. And, of course, Shane's like, I got bolt cutters. That says I can't. Snap, snap, snap. He gets out. Then they start climbing around. They start pulling the table apart, of course, the announcer's table. So he's like, all right, cool. Someone's going to go through it. Shane gets put on top of the table. Kevin Owens like looks at him. He's like, he starts climbing up, and he starts pacing back and forth like, I'm going to jump. And, I'm going to jump. But he doesn't jump. Then, of course, and then Shane comes up, climbs to the side of it, and then Kevin Owens starts beating him up. They start flipping each other, throwing each other on top of the cage. I'm nervous. I said everyone else watching is nervous because even if they plan it for someone to go through, it's going to hurt. But I'm thinking, what happens if one of those things does snap and you just slide right through, and do like Mick Foley, you're not expecting it, that's gonna hurt a lot. But they went back and forth and nothing like that happened. Then they get on. Then I believe Kevin Owens starts climbing down first. Yes, and then Shane starts hitting him. And then Shane follows him. They start hitting back and forth. Then I believe Kevin Owens. Yes, Shane hits Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens goes whee. He falls back, lands on the first announcer's table. Shane starts beating him up a little bit. Then at some point they get. How did it happen? Kevin Owens is beat up and then gets thrown up on the table. And Shane climbs up again. And Shane's like, I got this. I know you're like, scared, Kevin. But I'm not, because I got cojones. So he goes up there. You see him do this number. Whatever. I'm not Catholic. I don't know it that well. But I know it's a cross. He does that thing. He jumps down. I didn't even see what happened. He misses, of course, because if he'd landed on Kevin Owens, he'd have killed him. So he lands on the table. Things go everywhere. And the announcer's like, what happened to Kevin Owens? What happened to Kevin Owens? And then I realized, oh, look, Sami Zayn's right there. Sami Zayn pulled Kevin Owens. I just thought it was funny because you see Kevin Owens like laying there and he goes like, all right, get me. And he pulls up. And so Sami Zayn's clearly going to be a heel now or whatever. He's on Kevin Owens' side. He'll explain that later. He might talk about it on Talking Smack. But I'm sure they're going to go with, hey, he's my friend from life. He's been whatever. And I said, I didn't want him to get killed like that, which was fine. But if you go back and watch that slow-mo, they waited till the last fraction of a second. Not even a second. Last fraction of a second. It could have been quarter, half, 3/4, whatever of a second. But if you go back and play that in slow motion, you see Sami reach for him. Kevin reach for him. He pulls him out of the way and then wham! Shane hits the thing. So Shane hits it. Sami's like, all right, all right. And they're like, oh, God, is Shane okay? Is Shane okay? Sami goes over, grabs Kevin Owens, pulls him on top of Shane. They're like, count, do it. 1, 2, 3. He goes, 1, 2, 3, and Kevin Owens wins. Also, early in that match, I don't know if you noticed or not, but there was a no falls count anywhere match, and Kevin Owens is being pinned, and he puts his leg on the rope, and the ref's like, oh no, and stops the count. But if you know anything about no falls count anywhere, you know that that's not legal. He can still pin him 1, 2, 3 even if he's holding onto the rope. So the ref messed up that. #RefGate. That is it for the wrestling part of it. Like I said, I guess if I was to rank it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this pay-per-view a 7, only because of the New Day and the Hell in a Cell match. The other matches were just like a SmackDown pay-per-view. Nothing fancy, nothing too glorious, but that's about it. But it was all right. Like I said, if you didn't see it, you didn't miss much. I'm sure there will be highlights on Instagram. Now we get into who won predictions. Which one of you crazy mofos guessed correctly? And the winner is the Beast Incarnate. Congratulations, buddy. You got 6 of them out of 8 right. You did better than I did, which I'm going to be honest with you, isn't saying much, but you won this pay-per-view for Hell in a Cell 2017. Congratulations. Thank you to everybody who did participate. I appreciate it. I like getting this back and forth and going to everybody. I thought about doing this a live stream after the pay-per-view. Comment below. Let me know what you thought about. Think about that idea. Maybe it'll be better than me recording it ahead of time and then posting it later. But I'm up to you. It's up to you because I'm here for you. Like I said, that's about it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram right here. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching this and participating. From here on out, peace.